Husbando and the Grand Prix for. Looks like we have 24 days remaining in this. Played yesterday just to keep up, but I didn't. Wumpa complete an online matchmaking with race with Crash. Score. I never really do well on that one. Collect 20 Wumpa fruits in an online matchmaking race in Crash Cove. Okay, that's fine. Complete the CTR challenge in Crash Cove. Okay, that's all mostly pretty simple. But hopefully we can get through it just fine. Alright, looks like also the 900 rings to collect in Ring Rally. Gonna admit, not my favorite addition to the Crash Team Racing game, but you know what? It is what it is. All-rounder. Win in Skull Rock in every mode. Okay, that's simple enough. Crystal Gatherer. Collect total 75 crystals in any game mode. Okay. Catch 10 gold Wumpas. Oh boy. Those guys are hard to catch, so getting 10 of them in 6 days, it's possible. Online Champion. Win 3 races in online matchmaking driving either the Bandit Buggy, Pressurizer, or Dusty Rider cart body. Oof. The most difficult part about that is I don't think I have the Bandit Buggy, let alone the online winning in online matchmaking. Not the easiest thing for me at all. Let's see. Relay Race Part 1. Complete 6 laps with Pura. Okay. 6 laps with Polar. Okay. And 6 laps with Crash. Well, that's going to be simple enough given today's daily tasks. Rinse and repeat. Complete 20 laps in Tiny Temple. Oh boy. That's going to be about... Well, I can either do 3 races with set for 7 laps each, or I can do a bunch of smaller races. Actually, you know what? This will probably help with the other 2 relay race ones. Solo Champion. Complete 10 races in a single race driving either Bandit Buggy, Pressurizer, or Desert Duster. Wait a minute, didn't we already have this? Oh, except it's offline. Okay. Accumulate a total of 200 seconds of airtime with the Bandit Buggy. Oh boy. Again, I don't think I have that one, so I might be SOL on that one. And this is my ride. Complete 8 online matchmaking races with the Bandit Buggy cart body. Ah, jeez. Okay. Okay. Theme challenges basically are challenges that come with each themed Grand Prix. Some of these you can easily do. Some of them not. They're pretty challenging. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. It really depends on what your skill is. And sometimes it just happens on an entire night doing that. Which also helped me get like one of the racers' new special skins. I'll show you guys in a moment. Check out my new ride. Playing online matchmaking using the Desert Duster cart body. Okay, that was another simple one. That was just actually managed to get hold of the cart body, which was through purchasing it in the Grand Prix store, or also known as the pit stop, because it's more than just the store during the Grand Prix. It's the game's store for buying cart bodies, wheels, paint styles, decals, and stuff like that, and even character skins. Grand Prix Dominator. I almost had this once and someone snatched the victory right out of my hand. Finished first in an online matchmaking race with Megamix. Megamix being new, for those of you familiar with him, you already know who he is. They added him in during this Grand Prix, which is a nice addition. I actually hadn't played the game he was introduced in, so I do feel like I missed out on that a little. For those of you who don't know who Megamix is basically the fused form of Dr. Neo-Cortex, Dingodile, Tiny Tiger, and also Dr. Engine. New rides. Okay, I don't remember finishing this one. I think I had help on that one. Okay, see here. Online hat trick, won 3 races in Megamix Mania. Again, almost had it twice and then it was snatched away from me. Power slide for a total of 180 seconds with Megamix. That was easy. Win a race with Dr. Neo-Cortex and Nina Cortex. Okay, I already had that. That was easy enough. Use a shortcut in Megamix Mania. That was kind of easy. The Fruit of Labor. Catch a total of 20 golden Wumpas in Megamix Mania. I'm kind of lacking behind on that, but I could get it done if I just focused on it. Time travel. Beat Dr. Entropy's ghost in Mega Mix Mania. Not happening. I do not care to actually try and beat Dr. Entropy's ghost in any of the races. I already did it once in Rouge Tubes. I do not plan to do it again. That was enough to worry about right there. Alrighty, hopping over the pit stop, we see here today's featured shopping sprees are, let's see, the Rebel Wastelander, said that wrong. The Rebel Wastelander pack with Crash's new skin for this Grand Prix, as well as the red tag, the Rustland red paint job, and the Rustland Crash sticker. I'm gonna be honest, I don't mind the red tag tires or the different colored tires that were introduced in this Grand Prix. Not crazy about the paint job. I mean, I understand what they're going for. Basically, it's like apocalypse has occurred, things have gone to utter shit, and yeah, obviously, yeah, it's kind of a rough time, so everything's rough. But yeah, the paint jobs just don't really strike me as all that interesting. Or interesting. Sorry, that's just how I talk. Anywho, let's see. Yeah, like we see here, Rustland Orange on its own. Obviously, it's, yeah, damaged paint job for the vehicle, and you can apply it to any, you can apply it to any vehicle, not just the one they show. That's the power of paint jobs. You can do that to any vehicle as well as wheels. Now, as for decals, however, the decals only apply to a certain vehicle. For instance, this is the Nuke vehicle, which is one of the 3 vehicles introduced in this Grand Prix, which looks really nice actually. I don't mind it at all. I mean, obviously it looks all sorts of beat up and Mad Max style, but again, it's for this Grand Prix. It's how it's supposed to look. Alright, then we have the different sticker pack here for the Wasteland villains. Dr. Engine, Cortex, Tiny, and Dingo Dial. Obviously I already bought Tiny, but that's because his came in the pack that right along into the local arcade mode. And ah, geez, I ordered sorry about this, my memory's not all that great. But let's see here, we jump back, and we can at least see what we're doing next. Alright, so we just gotta complete the Wumpa Cup. Again, not too difficult there, because all we have to do is go in here, Wumpa, which is our first one, obviously. Switch to mirror mode, so then we can definitely get satisfy a couple conditions here. And so we'll be taking on in the Wumpa Cup Crash Cove, which we need for a couple of the tasks, so we'll be able to take care of those easily. Tiger Temple, that'll start us off with 3 laps there. Blizzard Bluff, it's an alright stage. There's 4 shortcuts in that stage, just to tell you that now. There's 4 shortcuts there, and one of the achievements one of the trophies you can get is by actually doing utilizing all 4 shortcuts in the race. In one race, and it can be difficult. I had to set the race to 7 laps, and it still took me like 2 or 3 tries before I actually managed to get that achievement. It was one I wanted to get. Coco Park. All right, that one's actually probably the easiest, the most simplest track out of all of the tracks in this game. It's pretty straightforward, just good for power slides and drifting. There's like 1 shortcut, but it really doesn't matter. You really don't want to utilize it unless you have one of the invincibility masks. Yeah, whether that's Aku Aku, Uka Uka, or as for some of the new skins for characters in the Rustland one, would be Oppo Oppo, which is, from what I've seen in another video, is just a fusion of Aku Aku and Uka Uka from one of I believe, Crash of the Titans game. Again, another of the Crash games I didn't play. It was during the time where there was a lot of Crash games that were just created and didn't really care for them. So moving right along, as you can see, I've got a few different characters. I have mostly every character in the game unlocked except for Dr. Entropy, who obviously I'm not going to even try for, because basically it just means I have to beat all of his times in time trial mode, which again is difficult because he is fast. He'll utilize every drift opportunity and shortcut as he can in order to make his greatest time. Just doing the one I did in Rue's Tubes was frustrating enough. There were times where I just had, but I'm not going to go into that story yet. I was going to start, but I decided not to. And yes, this here is Mega Mix. And obviously when you select a character, you have several different skins you can choose from, but you have to unlock the other skins first. So you usually started off with just their default. Then as you race and win races, you start unlocking their other skins. So like for Red Templar Mega Mix, who has a plus 10% bonus, nitro bonus during this event, yeah, I have to win 6 more races as him. For Nightmare Mega Mix, which I think is really cool looking, you have to win 21 more races as him. Or I have to win 21 more races as him. And then there's Rustland Mega Mix. He's unlockable in the Grand Prix. You just have to get far enough in the Grand Prix to earn it. And some skins are like that. Like with the Grand Prix exclusive characters, yeah, they sometimes come with a skin that you can only unlock through playing the Grand Prix. Others you just have to play them long enough or buy it in the pit stop shop. Like Rustland Nina here was also one of the Grand Prix bonuses, or one of the Grand Prix rewards. You had to just make it that far enough in the Grand Prix to actually get her. And that skin gives you a plus 25% boost on top of the plus 10% boost you get from just using her. So in total, Nina on her own gives you a plus 35% nitro boost bonus. Now those bonuses of course mean you earn more points, more nitro points. Yeah, it's not like a speed boost or anything, it's just you earn more points in the Grand Prix to move you further up the tier ladder faster. And so your character, like Crash here has it, and plus his skin gives you 25%. Your cart also affects it as well. Your cart's decal will also affect it. So here we see the regular decal for it is 5%, for the nuke is 5%, and that's the one I just bought. But if I got the legendary level one, it gives me plus 10%, which is probably why I won't use the nuke right now. I'll probably just jump either to the Desert Duster or the Dusty Rider, which is the other exclusive one. Actually, you know what, while I'm here, let me take a quick look at something. Obviously I don't have all the vehicles, so let's see. Okay, the champion vehicle is also a Grand Prix exclusive. If you didn't have it before, you'll earn it as long as you make it within the top 5% of at the end of the Grand Prix. Once all the Grand Prix is ended and the scores are tallied up, if you're in the top 5%, congratulations. You'll start, next time you play the game, you'll have that Grand Prix as well. Now, I started the game like on the second Grand Prix, so wasn't able to get the decal for the first Grand Prix, and I apparently didn't do as well during the last Grand Prix, or the Grand Prix between the Spyro Grand Prix and the Winter Festival Grand Prix, so I didn't get the skin for that, the decal for that one either. But that's alright, you know, I just aim to have fun with the game when I play it. Sure, there are times I'm going to get upset, and there are plenty of times where I might just go off the rails a little, but that's fine. Ah, here we go. Yep, the Bandy Buggy. I obviously don't have this cart yet, so I just have to wait for it to appear in the shop before I can finally get it. So in this case, we'll go with the Desert Duster because I like how it looks, and I believe that's one of the ones we need for our task anyway. So you know what, we'll go with it. And if you notice, the reason it gives a plus 20% bonus as opposed to either the Nuke or the Dusty Rider is because this one, unlike the other two, lacks wheels. Yeah, it's clearly a hovercraft style vehicle, and you can't choose wheels for it because it doesn't have wheels and it doesn't need them. Now, as for paint jobs within the Grand Prix, as you see, I have a lot of different paint jobs I can use. A lot of different paint colors I can use. Some of them giving a plus 5% bonus because they tie in with the Grand Prix. But there are others that are locked, obviously. And of course, like I said, I don't really care for the Rustland ones, so even though I may unlock them, I don't really care to have them. Like, here we have the Rustland Purple, which looks okay. It's just, I don't know, I kind of just like how sleek the Obsidian look goes for it. What? It may be a desert wasteland, and it may be an apocalyptic appearance, but you know what? I'm going to ride around looking nice. So, we'll go ahead and get this started here. And what I'll probably do here is because I see my time is kind of going up, but what we'll do here is I'll just do the Wumpa Cup here, and we'll just call it a day after that. A couple things to point out is, yep, the loading times can be a little long, but that's usually when you start a race, because it's got to load all the map and everything like that. But usually between races, it's not too bad, like if you're doing a cup. Online matchmaking can be a pain sometimes. Oftentimes because loading or getting into a lobby can take quite some time, and I don't know if that depends on your like your connection, or if it's dependent on everyone else's connections and stuff like that. But it's also possible to get into a lobby, almost get ready to start racing, and then all of a sudden somehow get knocked out of the lobby without any rhyme or reason to it at all. The battery's getting low too. See, that would be the shortcut it was looking for in this race. Oh, it looks like we started off with an Oppo mask too. So what's so special about this mask, you say? Well, like I said earlier, it's an invincibility mask. Basically, if I use this guy but fall behind, I could use him to, well, I could use him to protect, not only protect myself from everyone else's attacks, but I can also use him to give myself a speed boost, among other things. Whoops, I am doing a little bad there. So like that, I'll use him to get far ahead of everyone else. Because I see Engine coming in second there, and I don't need him trying to beat me here. Now, if you notice those little flames that came out just then while I was drifting, for those of you who don't know, that's your power slide. That's your power boost slide right there. Yep, and it helps move you propel you along faster. It looks nice, and it can really help you in a pinch sometimes too when it comes to cornering as well. One thing I've learned while playing is to try and be sneaky when it comes to try to be sneaky when you place items for people to hit, if you intend for people to hit those items. are exclusive to the nuke, but they're not. Yeah, they're called the nuke because they're basically the wheel set for the nuke. But again, like with paint jobs, decals, or paint jobs, character skins, and stuff like that, you can always change it up. It's not exclusive to just that vehicle, except unless it's a hover vehicle where obviously it doesn't have wheels to go with. So now we move on to the next race. As we've seen, as you might have seen, I've also completed a few of the tasks I needed to complete. And that's kind of what I like to do, is just try to string as much together as possible to help get through the daily tasks as soon as possible. As efficiently as possible as well. But yeah, you know, if like I said, load times can be a little but then again, they've got to load these maps. Some maps are larger than others. Like Electron Avenue is much bigger than, like, let's say Crash Cove or Cocoa Park. Alright, and I'm going to show you guys the oh wait, there we go, Golden Wumpa box. Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh geez, okay. Let's see here. The Golden Wumpa, as you can see, is really fast. Oh, here it comes now. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to catch sometimes, so it's going to go back to that box. I wish it would not go to just that box exclusively, because it is hard to catch at that point, even if you do use the shortcut. I also wish I could hit it with, like, a, you know... Oh man, I actually thought I had it, but it dodged me on that one too. I may not get the Golden Wumpa on this one, I'll admit that. And it happens. Sometimes you can get it, sometimes you won't. This is like a bad stage to try and get it. What I need is something like give me a speed boost, not so much try to harm someone, because obviously that's not going to really work here. And there's a couple items that'll give you a speed boost, just you have to get lucky to get them. Wait. Ah, shoot. Dang it. Ah, so close. So close, so close. Another reason we want to get the Golden Wumpas would be because they also give you a 200 coin bonus for getting them. Worse yet is they don't always appear in every race, so obviously it's kind of, yeah, you won't always have the opportunity to try and catch them. And it sucks because I kind of wish they did include them in every race, so at least it would be more frequent in trying to get them, especially for tasks that require you to collect them or catch one a certain number of times. Like we've seen, we have a weekly one, Life is a Bowl of Wumpas, where we have to collect 10 of them, as opposed to the theme challenge where we have to collect 20 of them, but the 20 is in Mega Mix Mania, which, yeah, obviously that's only one track to catch the 20 Wumpas on, and I've only done it 6 times out of like the, I think 15, 20, out of like the 6 times out of like the 20 or so times I've actually raced on that track. So let that sink in. This one I'm not even gonna try to attempt the shortcuts on it. I mean, I'll attempt a couple of them just to show you guys where it is, and if I had gotten that last race, I would have caught that Wumpa at least once. First one's right here. Ah, shoot. Second one is right there next to it. Well, okay, it's like the... Actually, that's the third and fourth. Those two are the third and fourth. Not much of a shortcut because obviously you get a little slowed down. Now, when you're well ahead of everyone and you're trying to get a little more ahead of them, sure, that still counts, I guess. Shortcut number 2 is that spot off to the right there. Obviously, since I'm doing this in mirror mode, it's going to be on your left when you try to, if you do try to attempt the shortcut. And we just saw 3 and I just showed you where 3 and 4 are, so now you know. It takes time. It takes time, practice, and a lot of trying to actually get it done. And you may get lucky and be able to do it on the first try. It's alright. You know what? Sometimes you can try and make it a competition between you and a friend. That's kind of what I did with one of my friends, because we both play this game as well. Not sure how many of my other friends play this, so I can't really say who else I could play this with. But I know she's also playing this alongside me. And of course, she's much further in this than I am. But that's because she plays it just about every day, while I play it I try to play it every day, but there's a lot of times where I just choose to not play. And not for any reasons. There's just times where I don't want to play this, and I just want to, relax and maybe watch stuff on YouTube or watch videos on Verve or Netflix or Disney Plus, or even Hulu. Sometimes I'm just more in the mood to watch things rather than play a game. And it's sad because I love video games. I feel like I've fallen away from them because of a want to actually just watch things more than actually play. But then again, how you choose to relax after a hard day of work or school is how you choose to do it. No one really has a say in how you no one should have a say in how you choose to relax. Maybe go hang out with friends. Maybe just have a nice night alone. I feel like I should teach you about some of the power-ups here that I've been using. Although some of them are kind of self-explanatory, but if you aren't familiar with them, I can always tell you about them. Now, maybe it's based on luck, maybe it's just completely random. For me, it feels like luck sometimes. These here beacons, basically, they're flasks filled with some unknown substance that can harm someone. That can harm another racer and slow them down. Once you collect 10 Wumpa fruit, either through finding them on the track like so, not every track does this, or running into Wumpa boxes like this one here, and collect 10, it'll power up you'll become what's known as juiced up, and power up your power-ups. So it turns the green flask to red, which means it's going to have a couple different effects on someone who runs into it. Effect 1 is that it's going to slow them down considerably. Effect number 2 is that if they had an item, it's going to randomly jumble that item. So they end up with a different item. This bomb. Obviously, like the flash, you can launch it forward or you can launch it back. With the bomb, you can launch them behind you by holding the control stick down, and then hitting circle to, if you're playing this on PS4, holding down on thumbstick on the left stick, and then hitting circle to launch it, and launch it behind you. If you just hit circle normally, it's just going to launch it in front of you. The flask is the exact opposite, whereas, so if you just hit circle normally, it'll drop the flask behind you, the beaker behind you. If you hold the stick up and use circle, then it's going to launch it in front of you. And of course, by launching it forward, that you could have the chance of not only setting it up as a trap for someone behind who might be behind you, who might have thought you were going to try and drop something in front of them. You could, or you try to hit someone who's ahead of you. But here we are, we're at the end of the Grand Prix. Yeah, no, it's not that simple. Here we are at the end of the Wumpa Cup. And yep, as you see, our top 3 racers are on the podium, with me as Crash being number 1. And this isn't Crash's normal victory taunt. This is his Rustland variant taunt, with Oppo hanging right above him. Next we have Engine in second place. And the green variant skin is just one of his unlockable skins. That's not anything special, it's just an unlockable one. I don't know can't remember how many races you have to do to unlock that one. But obviously, as you can tell, that's not his victory taunt, that's just him pouting because he came in second place. Only on the online races will you ever see a character actually, yeah, all 3 podium makers do their victory taunt. Otherwise, when you do it like this, you just get the other 2 are just going to get their pouty taunts because they didn't win. Let's call it the sore loser taunt for all intents and purposes. I've only seen like one character, maybe 1 or 2 characters who made the podium second place or third place, and they're completely cool about it. And I think that's Megumi of the Flag Girls. I say the Flag Girls, but they've actually done a lot to improve her character. Her and the other girls who were Flag Girls in the original Crash Team Racing. They've actually given them actual personality and made them racers in the game. But Megumi's like the only, I think if I'm remembering right, Megumi's the only one who's like, when she's on the podium in second or third place, she's actually still smiling and like clapping too. Whereas everyone else is like, but I think we're going to end this one here for you guys. I hope you guys had a great time, and if you're watching this later on, tell me if you're watching this at another time. Maybe it pops up in your timeline or something like that, and hey, it's great. Honestly, I hope if you watch it, whether you watch it all the way through or watch for maybe a minute or 2, I hope you have a great time in doing so. I hope I was able to do a little explaining, maybe get you a little interested in the game. I'm not entirely certain, but you know, I can only hope for the best. But you know what? Again, no matter what happens, I hope everyone has a great day, great lifetime, and all that. And keep an eye out for my other videos. If you want to keep up with me and see what's going on, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you actually like the video, go ahead and give it a like. I definitely, would love to see more likes from my videos and content. Who wouldn't, honestly? And if you haven't already, check out my first video. Hopefully I become a little more, a little less on the side. You know, it's kind of fun trying to do this, and it's completely new to me. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a very good person socially, really. It's not like I'm a jerk or anything, it's just I get nervous around people, especially people I don't know, so I don't really say a whole lot. And so for me to actually try and do this, it's not only trying to help me improve upon my get over my social problems, but also, you know, try to have a good time and see if I can make people smile. I don't try to aim to be the next Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, or anyone like that. I just kind of hope one day maybe things will go well for me and I can actually do something like that, and people and just bring smiles to everyone who watches. Maybe not always, but you know what, I'm gonna try. So once again, I'm Marlon, the Chocolate Husbando. I hope you guys have again a great time, whether you like the video or not. I hope you have a great one. And you know what? Keep it chocolatey, y'all. Till next time, I'll see y'all around. Bye.